Hello, my dear students. Warm welcome to all of you. We are with physics now. Okay, we'll be talking very seriously about physics now. Okay, myself is Dr. Shobboshachi Shen. I'll be offering you the physics courses, course objective, course outcome. You can see on the screen, and we are in outcome-based education. So every course is mapped with what is its probable outcomes, which I have illustrated later on. Now there are five modules. Now we'll be adapting one by one to each module and explore the world of physics. Now let us explore what is the topic of the day. You should keep one thing in mind, that whatever we teach in these classes, each video lecture is basically a building block of your future engineering courses. Each class is going to give you some fundamentals, some new concept. And if you add all those concepts at the end of the semester, you will get the correct path of entering into your own engineering curriculum, because all your curriculum are essentially the application of physics. Engineering means physics applications. So let us explore it a bit more. Hello and welcome to class 27 of my course on Physics 1. Today we are talking about, this is going to be our second lecture on solid state physics. I told you it is the study of essentially the solid materials. In my previous lecture you will get an idea about various classifications of solids. Some of them are called crystalline, some of them are amorphous. What is the specialty of crystalline solid? What is the specialty of amorphous solid? All these things I mentioned in my previous video lecture. So the objective of today's class is to talk a bit more about these crystal structures. If you look at the my previous lecture, video lecture, there I ended with a note that the entire crystallography concept, there is a basic concept of lattice point, unicellular geometric concept. So if you add atoms and molecules there, then those points will be called bases. Now, in actual, when the solid structures will be formed, according to the laws of nature, actually, there may be 7 different types of unit cell. They are called primitive unit cell, and 14 Bravais lattice will be there. Okay, so those detailed stories will be unfolded today. So we'll discuss them in detail today, and also we'll make some calculation that is particularly for the cubic crystals. Okay, there are 3 types of cubic crystal. For all of them, we'll do certain calculation which are pertinent with the studies of crystallography. So we'll do that. So let us get into our business. If you get look at, this is me. Okay, you can contact me over these numbers. And this is the basic idea about how materials are formed. Okay, the solid, liquid, and gaseous, 3 systems that exist in nature. And of course, you understand, okay, only solids have got definite size and shape and volume, which liquid and gas does not have. Okay, liquid have got definite volume, but it does not have a size and shape, and gas does not have, okay, no definite size, no definite shape, and it you may define a gas over some volume element. Okay, now solid has got defined has got 2 classification. Some of them are crystalline, some of them are amorphous. This is a crystalline solid. As you can see, crystalline solids are arranged in a by periodic arrangement, by a regular arrangement of atoms or molecules. So there is an order exists in the arrangement, and or there is a term popularly called long range order. That is, it is maintained over a longer length, okay, of the structure. So these are called crystalline solid. Diamond is an example of a crystalline solid. Okay, table salt is an example. Sodium chloride, okay, is an example of a crystalline solid. Sugar is an example of crystalline solid. Sand is an example. Sand means silicon dioxide. Silica. Sorry, the glass is silicon dioxide. Okay, these are exactly the examples of the crystalline solid. Some more example: iron itself, diamond, ice. So these are all the examples of the crystalline solid. Okay, and these are the three classifications of crystalline solid. Diamond is one type of structure. Sodium chloride is ionic. You can see there Na plus Cl minus, and water is polar. Okay, H2. Okay, so a crystalline solid may be molecular crystal. That means molecules will be making a will be placed at the lattice points. Ionic crystal, network crystal, and metallic crystal. Molecular crystals will be polar, maybe non-polar, hydrogen bonded. Okay. Now polar was higher water, non-polar may be there, and hydrogen bonded is also there. Okay. Amorphous crystals, they don't have any regular. You see, arrangement is not very regular. Okay, it does not. The regular arrangement or the order parameter is short range. Okay, it is not maintained over a longer length. It may be, there may be some order only over few atomic distances. So this is called amorphous system. Okay. Examples are amorphous silicon, plastic, glass. These are the examples. Even this cotton candy that all of us have taken sometime in our life. Okay, and so you can see quartz crystal, which is also made of silicon dioxide, and also the you can see the glass. Okay, glass is an amorphous system, and quartz is a both of them are silicon dioxide, but quartz is a crystalline form, and glass is in amorphous form. Okay, so it is a difference you can see in a crystalline solid. There is a regular, repeated arrangement of the components in a solid, as you can see in the left hand side picture. There is a regular repetitive arrangement. Okay, this one regular repetitive arrangement, and right hand and for crystalline amorphous solid, there is no regular pattern. Okay, irregular pattern of the molecules of the atoms in the solid. A crystalline solid has got a sharp melting point, but this the silicon dioxide does not have a sharp melting point. Okay, melts over a long range of temperature, have heat fusion. They don't have any heating fusion. Examples of crystalline solid is diamond. An example of a solid is glass. Okay, crystalline solids are anisotropic. Isotropic means dissimilarity. Isotropic means how it is repeated in all possible directions. From that concept, isotropy or anisotropy comes into business. And amorphous systems may be isotropic. Now let us focus on crystalline solid, how crystals are formed. Okay, you can see a point there that is called lattice point. And if there is a lattice constant A, after a gap of A, they are repeated, okay, along x-axis. Okay, so A is called lattice constant, and those red balls are called lattice point. Okay, this may be along x direction and also along y direction also. They will be repeated. So those green balls are repeated in the y along the y axis. Okay, and you can see there this ultimately this entire structure is called a space lattice. So what is a space lattice? Space lattice is infinite arrangement of points in a space after a with a defined or infinite array of points, okay, in space. And in x direction they will be repeated after a definite gap. Y direction they will be repeated after a definite gap. In z direction also going to be definite. Yeah? Those points are called lattice point, and this entire picture that you can see in front of you is called space lattice. So this is the definition of space lattice: is the distribution of points in 3D in such a way that every point has got identical surrounding. That is called that is, it is an infinite array of points in 3 dimension in which every okay. So all is an infinite. So the surrounding of any point here. Suppose if I choose any point A here, so surrounding of these, okay, are all same. If I choose any other point B, okay, so they are around same. So C, so basically these are they are all having identical surrounding. Okay. So any points, although I've used different colors, ideally all are points. Okay, they have got identical surroundings. So this is forming a space lattice. Okay. Now let's some more ideas. So suppose this is a space lattice. So I define some this small area is called an unit cell. The idea is that this unit cell is an elementary unit, which is when repeated, it can be repeated along x, it can be repeated along y, and ultimately forms the entire space lattice. So it is the smallest unit of this in this entire configuration. Now, depending on how the unit cell is or how the atoms are present in a unit cell, the crystal structure's nature will always be different. Okay. So basically, study of unit cell is very important. You can see here. Okay, these are the lattice points. This is the unit cell, and these points are the lattice point. It is very good shown here in the picture. Okay, and you see this can repeat along this direction. This can repeat along this direction. This can repeat in this direction. So in this way, it can be repetitive. Okay, and make the entire three-dimensional space lattice. Any unit cell is defined by three parameters. Three length parameter will be there. A, B, C. A is the length vector along this direction. You can see. B is the length vector in perpendicular in this direction, and C is the length vector in the other direction. Okay. Alpha is the angle between A and you see between B and C. Beta is the angle between A and C, and gamma is the angle between A and B. That's so three angles are shown here. So depending on the choice of this A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma, the nature of the unit cell will change. The geometry will be changing. I hope you can realize that with some common sense also. Now, if this is the definition of a primitive unit cell, okay. If the three lengths are like A1, A2, A3, so volume element will be like A1, A2, A3. So now the idea is that A1, A2, A3s are actually vector quantity. Okay. So this is called a primitive unit cell. Okay. It is determined by the parallelepiped formed by the three vectors A1, A2, A3. Okay. So primitive unit cell means the smallest unit. Okay. So which on repetition? So this is the primitive unit cell. These are the primitive unit cell because these are repeated in these directions and forming the entire crystal. Okay. Smallest unit that we can think about. Okay. Spaced by periodic repetition of it through the translation vector. So basically, understand you can see along A1 this will be repeated after A1 is a translation vector. Along this direction it will be repeated after A2. Along this direction this will be repeated after A3. So A1, A2, A3 are the translational vectors. Okay. So the simplest unit, the smallest unit is the primitive unit cell, and more than one lattice point per unit cell is the convention. Okay. Convention, these are the classification system unit cell. So suppose here only you have got the atoms at the corners. So if you see one of them here at the body center, then it becomes a conventional unit cell. So by definition, why it is one lattice point, that I will tell you. Okay. So basically you can see this is primitive. But the moment there is one additional lattice point, okay, different types of the primitive in lattice vector. You see, this is primitive, okay, and non-primitive means there is one extra. These are the extras, okay. Similarly, if I come to this picture, this is a primitive in itself. If one atom is at the center of the body, there it is non-primitive, okay, or conventional, as you can see here. Primitive and conventional cells, the same thing, okay. Primitive cell is the smallest unit, okay. And conventional means, suppose SCC is primitive, simple cubic structure, BCC is conventional, okay, because one extra atom is there. Now crystal structure, space lattice, where if you add atoms there, then it makes a basis. You see the picture. This is a space lattice. Those red and blue are the balls, are the basically the lattice points. Separation is lattice constant. Suppose I bring in a copper. Now I'm bringing the actual atom here. So a lattice point plus atom plus or molecule. I'm going to bring an atom here, copper. So that will become a basis point. So these pictures, so these balls here, we will now call basis. Okay. So copper is a BCC crystal. So in that way I have kept it. So the idea is that if you, it's a three-dimensional picture. So if you look at the 2D view, at the center of the body, there is one copper like that. Okay. So this is called a basis. I actually, okay, discussed up to this much in the next day. Now I let talk about say more detail about the unit cell. According to the law of nature, there are seven basic primitive unit cell. One is cubic. You see, the unit cell is defined by these three parameters. The three lengths, A, B, C. A is the length vector in the conventional x direction. B is the length vector in the conventional y direction. And C is the length vector in the conventional z direction. The angle between A and B is gamma. Angle between A and C is beta, and B and C is alpha. If ABCs are equal, then alpha, beta, gamma are equal to 90 degree, then you get a cubic unit cell. If alpha, beta, gamma are not equal to 90 degree, but still ABCs are equal, obviously these angles are not going to become 90 degree. So basically this makes a rhombohedral structure. Hexagonal. ABCs are hexagonal. This picture, I'm not happy with this picture. Hexagonal is like this much. A equal to B. This may not be the right picture. Okay, for hexagonal, this is the picture. This is how a hexagonal structure looks like. Okay. Okay. I've tried to present it in a very rough way. Here, this is the length C is different compared to this A and B. Okay. A and B are equal. C is different. A and the angle between A and B, that is the angle that A and B makes with C, that is this angle alpha and beta are 90 degree, and the angle below is 120 degree. Okay, I do not know whether you can see it properly or not. Let me just, I think I should present it. Okay, let me show you the drawing. Okay, how it looks like. Hexagonal prospect look like this much. Okay, this is a hexagonal structure. You try to realize it. Suppose this is A direction, this is A, this is B, this is C. So this much of length is B, this much of length is A, and the perpendicular length is C basically. Okay, the height is C. And this height is C. In this case, AB are equal, but not equal to C. Now the angle. Now the angle between, if you look at this picture, if you look at this picture here, this is one plane, this is the other plane. So many planes as you can see here. Now the angle made here with B and C, we will call it alpha. This is 90 degree. A and C, we will call this beta. And this A and B, this particular angle, if I call it gamma, gamma is 120 degree. So this is how a hexagonal structure looks like. Okay. Now let me get back to the PPT. So this is not correct, this hexagonal structure. Tetragonal AB are equal, not equal to C, alpha, beta, gamma 90 degree. Orthorhombic, you can see all ABCs are unequal. It is like a parallelepiped structure, alpha, beta, gamma 90 degree. Monoclinic, all ABCs are unequal. Alpha and gamma are 90 degree, beta not equal to 90 degree. And triclinic is very good. Nothing is equal, and alpha ABC are all unequal. Alpha, beta, gamma are all 90 degree, not equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now, how? So you see in every picture, you see atoms are. The idea is the lattice points are at the corners. Okay. But the lattice points, the atoms or lattice point will be occupying the inside the unit cell also. So how well they will occupy unit cell inside the unit cell, based on that there are 14 types of crystals. Okay, so they are called Bravais lattice. Bravais lattice are the distinct lattice types. Are the distinct lattice types which, when repeated, can fill the whole space in 2 dimensions. There are 5 distinct Bravais lattice. While in 3 dimension, there are 14 distinct, 14 type of Bravais lattice, and these Bravais lattice are shown there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now one of them is simple cubic. You can see here in simple cubic structure, this is coming from cubic crystal obviously. Okay, they are only present at the corners. In face-centered cubic structure, in body-centered cubic is the next one maybe. Okay, here on additional atom here at the center of the body. Face-centered is that apart from the corners, there are atoms at the center of the faces. Okay. Simple tetragonal, as I mentioned, if you look here, ABC are A equal to B, not equal to C, alpha, beta, gamma 90 degree. So body center tetragonal may be one of the atom may be at the center of the body. Okay. Hexagonal, now here hexagonal is okay. Okay. Simple orthorhombic means ABC are unequal, alpha, beta, gamma equal to 90 degree. Body center orthorhombic may be there, that is one atom at the center of it. But apart from that, you can see there is a base centered orthorhombic. That is one. Two atoms are at the top and bottom. Okay. Face centered orthorhombic will be there. This is wrong. Face centered means base center means at the top and bottom, and face center means at the center of all the faces. Okay. And rhombohedral, you can see ABCs are equal, alpha, beta, gamma not equal to 90 degree. Monoclinic. Okay, monoclinic you can see monoclinic means ABC are unequal and alpha gamma 90 degree, beta not equal to 90 degree. Simple monoclinic. Body center monoclinic will be there. That is sorry, base center monoclinic will be there. That is at the top and bottom. There will be two atoms. And triclinic means nothing is equal. Okay. So these are the 14 different Bravais lattices. Our main focus in this class actually will put focus on this and this. As far as your syllabus is concerned, you have to focus on these three. Okay. So now, okay, there are a few non-Bravais lattices also are there. Not only the atomic arrangement but also the orientation must appear exactly the same for every lattice point. Two-dimensional honeycomb lattice, the red dots, okay, each have a neighbor to immediate left. The blue dot has a neighbor to the immediate right. Okay. This point and this point are different because its neighbor are here and here, and its neighbor are here and here. Fine. Very good observation. The red and blue sides are equivalent and have the same appearance, but the red and blue dots are not equivalent. Okay. If the blue side is rotated to 180 degree, obviously the lattice is invariant. The honeycomb lattice is not a Bravey lattice. Okay. So honeycomb structure is non-Bravey lattice because of this reason. Because for Bravey lattice, identical arrangement has to be there. Okay. For all the unit cells, which is not happening. But to any point in that lattice structure, okay, all the points should have identical environment. If we choose any 2 points, even these 2 points also. Here the environment is like that. Okay, it's connected by here. Here the not the similar situation. Now these are various type of simple cubic crystals which I just presented in front of you. Various type of cubic crystals, simple cubic BCC called SCC, body centered cubic called BCC, and face centered cubic called FCC. Now look at simple cubic structure. The atoms are all present at the 8 corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eight corners. Okay. Now, what is coordination number? What is effective number of lattice point? That I will come to know. But this is simple cubic. Body centered cubic, you can see it is. You can see that one of the atom will be at the center of the body. So if you look at the picture, this is R, this is R, 2R. The atomic diameter is 2R. So 2R plus R altogether is 4R. And if these are A0, and this is actually root 2 A0. So basically A0 square, so root 2 A0 square, that is 3 A0 square is equal to 4R square. Okay. So R from here on we can calculate actually root 3 by 4 A0. Okay. So these are some more information related to the body centered cubic structure. Packing factor, what is packing factor? I'll tell you. What is coordination number? I'll also tell you. Okay. Now face centered cubic structure, you see at the one atom is at the center of the each of the faces, and because of that you can see this 2R plus so it is root 2 by A is equal to okay, a square plus 2 square is equal to 4R square. Okay. Effective number of atoms I will show you. So here if you calculate it, okay, this is nothing but root 2 by A. Okay, this is the hypotenuse of this triangle, square A and A at the length. Root 2 by A is equal to 4R. So basically that 4R means 2 into 2, so 2 root 2 will be there. Okay. So R will be equal to A by 2 root 2. Fine. Now effective number of lattice point calculation. Now let me try to make you understand. Okay. How effective number of lattice? Suppose this is my unit cell. How many unit at lattice points are there? You try to understand through one of the points. Suppose this point. You see, this is being shared with this lattice, 1, 2, this lattice, this lattice. The same atom is shared beneath also with this one, with the behind one, with the front one, and also the behind one. So each point here is shared with 8 unit cells. So contribution of 1 point to the lattice, each point to this particular unit cell is 1 by 8. So now, how many points you have got in SCC structure? You have got 8 points. So net effective contribution is 1. So So that's why it is. This is one of the primitive unit cell. Effective number of lattice point is 1. Same thing will change in case of BCC structure, because what would happen, effective number of lattice point is 1, fine. But apart from that, at the center of the body, there is one more. This is not shared with anybody else. So this is 1 plus 1, that is 2. Is the effective number of lattice point. Now come to face centered cubic. Face centered cubic structure is like this much. Okay, if you look at the same picture, okay, this picture, you see these unit cell has got 6 faces: one face, two face, third face, fourth face, front one face, behind one face. So now any atom here is being shared by this cell and this cell. So for a face atom, each atom is shared, so or any atom here is shared by top cell and also by this bottom cell. So for face-centered cubic crystal, any atom is shared between two unit cells. Okay. So if you look at the picture, okay, contribution of 6 atom, each is contributing half, so 6 will contribute 3. So effective number of lattice point is 4. Now coordination number means number of nearest neighbor an atom has in a crystal structure. For example, simple cubic structure, simple cubic means atoms are present at the corners only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I choose any atom here, say this one, how many atoms are in its surrounding? Nearest neighbor, 2 atoms are at a gap of A. The gap between these two are A. These two are also at a gap of A. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This left hand side atom is at a gap of A. Right hand side atom is also at a gap of A. You see, this particular atom, which is shown marked in orange there, in its nearest neighbor at a gap of A, there are 6 atoms. So its coordination number will be 6. Come to the case of BCC structure, you can realize this is at the center of the body. So and this is at equal distances from all the 8 corner atoms. Okay, and that is the lesser distance, much lesser than A. Okay, because if you consider at least one of them, okay, suppose this is A and this is root A, root 2A, so 3A square okay, this is root 2A, this is A. So this is like 3A squared, so it is root 3 by 2A kind of thing. And it is equal for all the 8 atoms. So the coordination number will be 6. In case of face-centered cubic, there is a problem. Problem is this: if you look at this picture, you will realize these atoms has got these two as root 2 by A distance. This is root 2 by A square, root 2 by 2. So this is one neighbor. So all these 4 are at equal distances. 4 atoms are at equal distances. Now please try to realize, because it is face centered, you see this is one face. By the geometry of the problem, this is also at the same distance. Okay, one, just beneath that, this is the top face. Behind face also, this should be at equal distance. Front face also equal distance. Bottom face also equal distance. So on the plane 4, behind the plane 4, and on the right side of this side also, if you could Imagine 1 unit cell. Okay, we could imagine a 1 unit cell. You can see here on the plane 4, behind the plane 4, right hand side of the plane also 4, because this is one plane, front one plane, behind one plane, and below one plane. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 is equal to 12. In the calculation of atomic packing fraction, there is a formula. Atomic packing fraction is a measure of how well packed the system is. Okay, so it is the number of volume of the atoms in unit cell by volume of the unit cell. Now, in a simple cubic structure, how many atoms are there? One. So its volume will be 4/3 pi. What is the volume? Pi a cube. So in simple cubic structure, simple cubic means the atoms are only at the corner. Okay. So only 1/4 of the atom. You see, so diameter is actually 0.5 a, half of a. 4/5 pi. Root 5 by means half of a cube. And number of atoms per unit cell is 1 divided by q. Okay. So if you calculate it, how much it is coming to be? A cube and a cube will cancel. It will be 4/3 pi 0.5. Okay. If you calculate it, the value will be coming close to 152. Now come to the case of FCC structure. First, let me talk about BCC structure and its atomic packing fraction. In BCC structure, number of atoms are is 2, but the volume will be like, if we see, okay, this total length is root 3 by a. So basically, root 3 by a4 a cube. Okay. You can understand, okay. This is actually a plus a root 3 square is equal to 4r square. This is r, this is 2r, so this is 4r square. 2r plus 2r, 4r, okay, is equal to root 3 by a. So this will give us the value of root r. So that will give me 4/3 pi root 3 by a 4. If you calculate it, atomic fraction will be something like, okay, 68%. Okay, so 32% is empty, even for body centered cubic. Now, better packing is noted in case of face centered cubic crystal. Okay, 6 atoms are there, and if you look here, the r plus this root 2 by a is equal to 4r. So a is equal to 2 root 2 r. R is equal to root 2 by a 4. So basically, atomic packing fraction, if you calculate the values, a cube will cancel. 4 into 4/3 pi root 2 by 4 cube. So value will be close to 74%. So the In terms of cubic crystal, if you make a summary, you will say for simple cubic structure, they are only at the corners, 8 corners, okay, and body centered cubic one will be at the center of the body, and face center means come at the center of the face. Okay, now what would happen is this much. Effective number of lattice points is this much. Uh, any atom here is shared with 8 other units, so it is 1. Body center it will be 2. For face center, you can see the center of face, each atom is shared with 2 other unit cell. It is 4. It is so it is 4. Coordination number for simple cubic structure is 6. Body center cubic is 8. Face center cubic is 12. Atomic packing fraction is, you can see there, simple cubic structure. I tried to tell you it's like this much. Simple cubic means these are the atoms. So basically, if you look at the picture, a square plus a square, 2a square is equal to r square. Look at this picture, you will realize, okay. You can see there quite clearly r square, it is basically r by 2 plus r by 2 to a square. So r is equal to a square, and we can also write down okay 4/3 pi r cube. So r is equal to, you can see here, a by 2 cube. Okay, r is equal to e by 2 cube. So that very simple. R 2 square is equal to r square. A square plus a square. 2 square is equal to r square. R is equal to root 2a. It should be root 2a. So we put the value, we'll get this value. Okay. Same thing we do here for the BCC FCC structure. Here you can see a square plus a square to a square is equal to 4r square. Okay. Or a is equal to 2 root 2r. Similarly for BCC structure also, very simple. You can see 3 square is equal to 4r square. Okay. From here on, we can replace r is equal to root 3 by 4. So 68%. So packing is highest for FCC structure. So this is all about the various types of crystallographic structures. They are packing, atomic packing, and they're connected ideas. Okay, particularly focused on the simple cubic structure. So here we end today. We'll be talking about a bit more in this about crystallography in the next video lecture. So there will be today we discussed about variety of crystallographic structure and related parameter. So some more ideas about how you define a plane in the crystal, how you define a direction in the crystal to locate the position of a particular atom or molecule. So those issues we'll discuss in the next lecture. Okay, we'll get a wonderful idea about of Miller indices. 3 numbers are there. They are used to describe any plane in a crystal, okay? And they're very important in the while talking about Davison-Jammer experiment. Also, I told you. So I told you 111 plane of nickel crystal. So what is meant by 111 plane? So 111 is called Miller index. How it is calculated, all these things we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.
You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful. You and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell